It's Kelly.
Did you cast your eyes over the pipe over the last couple of days? Did you have time to go up and watch a bit?
Yeah, I went up today. Today was my first day half pipe. And the thing looks absolutely perfect. Since retiring from, I missed, I haven't missed riding half pipe until today. I saw how good that pipe looked, and I thought, oh, I wouldn't mind dropping that thing.
Well, we can take a look at some of the highlights from the last couple of days now. But you've got 5 European Open titles under your belt, haven't you? So you know how to win in this thing.
Yeah, it's steep. They set it and forget it. All the speed, and you just stand there.
Okay, well, let's take a look and see how everyone else got on in the pipe over the last couple of days, and then I'll get your appraisal of this action. First question I've got to ask you, Kelly. There are a couple of shots of Sean in there. I mean, you're only a couple of years older than Sean. You, as well as anyone, can speak to how hard it is to compete at this level at his age. I think. Like, what do you make of that?
Yes, I believe he's 35 right now. You're still a highly capable, but you just don't recover as fast. It's difficult to make progress. Like, it's difficult to progress because you're so much, because it's so physically demanding. So while they're very capable into their mid-30s, I think big jumps in progression that we're so used to from younger riders.
Well, that was really clear in your career. Like, it was the pain of your hip, wasn't it, that forced you out? It wasn't you. Like, you look at women's pipe riding now, and your runs would still be completely competitive.
Well, thank you. That's I I had surgery kind of in the, and I did get back to 100%, but man, it was just so difficult to progress. And for me, I wanted to eat and snowboard, be able to be continuing to learn. Years, I was always learning. Realized once I my potential and I hit my own personal ceiling, and that's actually what caused me to back and say, hey, I think I'm content. I hit my potential, because I just don't think it's fun when you're.
Yeah. You're not just here to ride and spectate, though. You've got a pretty special. You're kind of an envoy, I suppose, aren't you, over here in Switzerland?
It's been. We had Jake Burton's movie Zurich called Dear Rider, and part of that film, and aren't on part of the story of snowboarding, which is the story of Burton. And honestly, I like such a long few years of kind of isolated. Sure feels special to be all together here in Switzerland at an event at an amazing venue. Nostalgic for snowboarding, like drop into that pipe, but I think
Oh. Now, what does it mean to you? I mean, you were part of that family for so long. This isn't just a sponsor's project, is it? This is something that's really, really close to your heart.
yes, I've ridden for Burton for years, and Jake are probably mom and dad than a sponsorship for me. I think when you watch the movie, well, Jake did family, and that's really my biggest takeaway from the movie was like, wow, they do family really well. All of the culture of snowboarding is extension. We love community, and there's look at Jake was, and you reproduce who you are. If anybody else built snowboarding up, it looked like it was. And so I would encourage you to go brush of the sport, and be inspired by what a great family we all are. That that's how I look at snowboarding. Honestly, that's how it is. All of our meetings are usually around their dinner.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm really, really looking forward to it. Thank you so much for joining us, Kelly. Feel free to stick around if you want. We're going to run through the slopestyle highlights, but if you have somewhere to go, something to do, don't feel like you have to hang around. I don't want to keep you too long. But what we can do now, we can get stuck into the slopestyle highlights, and we're going to start with the women's. They had semi-finals today, top 8 going through. These are the top 3 runs that we saw. In third place, it was Cool Wakashima. Now, I've watched Cool ride in Cadrona. She's a Queenstown local for the last 3 years, and I knew that this kind of run was coming. Big gap to lip slide on the first hit. And I listened to Gian Simen, the 98 pipe gold medalist, go absolutely bananas when Cool lit that up with the 50-50 to Wildcat off that feature. A beautiful back 5 over the roller. And then she set herself up for a lovely cab underflip, total control on that one, and then finished with the front 7 tail. Really strong run from Cool Wakashima. Got that backside air in as well. And will we cut it? Yes, we will. There was a lovely toe edge catch at the end of that. But there it is, that 50-50 to Wildcat. Very, very strong. Then the cab underflip. She actually led with this score for most of the first run, a 75.36. You can see a little bit of surprise on her face there as the score came in, and then the Stoke hits. In second place, it was Anna Gasser. She took 2 runs to get this score down, but it was a very, very impressive one. Just started with that big gap out on the first feature. Lovely front board, 270 off. And Anna has never won the European Open or the LAAX Open. Frontside 540, she had a bit of a problem with that on the first run, but she got it very, very cleanly into that lovely cab 9. Really, really big and solid. So Anna Gasser finishing in second, and it is perfectly positioned for her to make a play for the win here tomorrow. There's that front 5. Really good rotation. Then the cab 9 nose. She missed the grab the first time, and that's how much experience she's got. Reached in for it the second. So 78.81 put her into second position. But in first place, it was Tess Cody. Now, the first time I saw Tess ride at a World Cup was here in LAAX in 2021. But she came out guns blazing. Cab 50-50 to back 3. Then came in with this crippler. A a really hard trick when you've got a slick wall ride to actually know that your body's in exactly the right position. Lovely, frontside 180 to switch backside 360, and that's what the judges wanted to see on that roller. Into the switch backside 9, taking a leaf out of Zoe Sadowski-Sinot's book there. And then the backside 7. So a really, really strong run for the young Australian. She's been making her presence felt in slopestyle finals this season, but a very, very strong qualifying. Tess Cody keeps riding like that, and it won't just be LAAX that she's really cranking. This was the standout. You can take a look when you break it down section by section. The switch backside 9, that top rail as well. The cab 1 to backside 3. Look at those scores, 9.45, 8.8, and then the switch backside 9 on a 9.05. Very, very strong scores for Tess Cody. This is how it looks. So Reiwa Iwabuchi and Eni Rukayavi in 4th and 5th. Annika Morgan down there in 7th. And Bianca Gisler pipped Sina Kandrian, our guest from Wednesday night, to the post for the 8th position. And Katie Ormerod also missing out. But we did manage to speak to Tess after the event. This is what she had to say.
It's always good for the confidence, but I feel like you just got to treat each event like the same, because, you know, at the end of the day, it's just like a couple of runs. But I don't know, I'm just stoked to be here and stoked to be in the sun. And I think it's going to be a good final tomorrow, because it's meant to be warm again, so the landings will probably be slushy. I don't know, I'd be keen to just like do some bigger tricks for sure. I don't know, I don't want to say anything so I don't like jinx myself, but yeah, it'll be sick tomorrow. The girls are going to get after it and the boys are going to send it too, so I'm keen, yeah.
How casual is she? I absolutely love that. And she's hit the nail on the head. Windless conditions, a little bit warmer, so those landings are going to be a little bit more forgiving. So we're definitely going to see finals throw down, but we're also going to see it freeze up again for pipe finals. So we'll have perfect conditions for pipe as well. Right now, though, we're going to jump into the men's, and this is what the top 3 looked like. In 3rd place, Takaru Otsuka. This was an absolute behemoth of a run. Got that lovely hardway 2 on. Then just coasted into this one. Cab 1 to switchback 3. And then this is top draw. The Miller flip, pull back. He actually, from that angle you can't see it, he's just tapped the tail down for the pullback as well. Cab 1260, and then he doesn't mess around. Front 14 on the second hit. Look at the way he lines that up. He's got so much composure in the air. And beautiful McTwist with the indie grab. A little bit harder, that one, because naturally if you go for the mute, then you tend to kind of tuck your body in. Let's see if we get that roller. No, we're on the cab 12 replay. Both of those. Look how long he holds that grab. And you know how big a 12 is as a spin. And it's the same on this one with the mute. And he's not body grabbing either. He hasn't got that trailing arm locked under his hamstring. 79.18. Then Marcus Cleveland got into semis by the skin of his teeth. Really struggled in qualifiers. And then he just built in this one. It was hardway to switch 270 to get in. And then this is essentially a back 7 with a bit of a board slide in it. The 630 out of that board slide, front board. And then a front 7 with a beautiful nose press through the front there. Just so steady. And then he keeps it super simple. Front 14 to back 14. I mean, why doesn't everyone do that? Making it look ridiculously easy. Only Marcus Cleveland can do that. Slow those spins down. Beautiful crippler on the quarter pipe, and no shortage of size to that either. Marcus Cleveland going so. I mean, it looks so simple. You've basically got 7-7 on that pyramid to roller, and then you've got 14-14 on the kickers. But that's the illusion with Marcus. He can make it all look so easy. It's a landing on the front 14. So 79.63 for Marcus Cleveland in second. But Tian Collins coming off the back of a third place, or was it a second place? It's third place after Niek van der Velde. Switched back to 2 off on that first rail. So he came out of Mammoth full of confidence. Then 2 on, 6:30 off. And there wasn't even a kicker onto that. He had absolutely no business. Then it was cab 3 to cab 3 with a big nose drag through the middle there. Then back 16, wallop. How do you like that? Into cab 14, double tail grab. And look at the landing on that. And tell me he doesn't deserve to be in first place. Absolutely beautiful. Switch backy to finish. Tian Collins had an absolute horror show at the 2018 Games. He absolutely destroyed his shoulder. It took 2 surgeries and more than 18 months of rehab to come back out. And he has been chasing after his Olympic dream, and it's coming to fruition. He's timed it perfectly. And again, like Kawakashima, I've seen him riding the last couple of years down in Cadrona. I'm waiting to see when the riding I've seen in his downtime is going to translate into results. And it's starting to happen. That cab 1440 double grab is out of this world. 87.71. So making mincemeat of this, almost 8 points ahead of Cleveland. But you can see Brock Crouch in there, Starley Sandbach in there, last year's second place, Leon Wockensberger in there, another Japanese rider to keep an eye on, Rio Kamata, and then the absolute frother, Maddie Cox is in there, Niek van der Velde and the Dutchie just making it in on the bubble as well. It's going to be a stacked final tomorrow. We got interviews from both Marcus Cleveland and Tian Collins after men's slope semis though.
I'm super happy. It's always nice to get the first run out of the way. Then all the pressure just I'm good. I was kind of thinking about a chill run on the second run, but when I dropped in, I just wanted to do the run that I was planning on. But yeah, I'm happy for today.
I think it was probably that back 16 that probably helped. I haven't tried it all week. That was the first time I tried it and got it good, so that was good. And yeah, maybe that second rail, I'm doing a cab 2 on, 6 off. Yeah, it's not really a trick I do that often, but.
Yeah, not a trick I do that often. And I think, yeah, definitely that was good analysis, Tian. The 16 definitely helped. I know that you're all going to need some chamomile tea and probably a relaxing meditation to get to sleep tonight. Nerves are jangling. Perfect conditions and heavy hitting lineups in men's and women's slope and men's and women's pipe. Do not miss it. 1:30 for slope, 5:30 for pipe tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be breathtaking. Remember, you can follow all of the action, #LAAX, #LAAX Open. Massive thanks to Kelly Clark for joining us tonight. That was fantastic, Kelly. Look after yourselves. We'll see you tomorrow.
My earliest positive memories were definitely about snow.
So I started the company in '77. I remember I went out with 38 snowboards and I came home with 40 because one dealer said, "I don't want this crap."
He had this spark. He was so damn determined.
Once I just focused all of my energy and my love and my time into making it a sport, that's when everything sort of started to work.
Snowboarding made this transition from something that people were afraid of to something that people embraced.
He was always there to support and back me.
In the back of my mind, I always knew it could be a sport.